Hi guys, this is Megan Sykes back to talk about Presto and his progress. In this video, we're seeing his first two horse shows. The first one is Beginner Novice at Texas Rose. His dressage was quite good. He did get a bit distracted about the horse going next to us and would kind of put his head up and, be a bit distracted by that. But overall, I was pretty happy with his performance. Still working on him lengthening his neck a little bit out and taking the contact a bit more. But he truly did try and keep his relaxation and, it's kind of his first time in the ring. Show jumping was great. He was super bold to the jumps, really easy, got a couple flying lead changes in there. The only mistake was this last combination here where it just got a bit tight for his long body and he had the back jump down with his hind legs. Here's the cross country. He was super bold to the cross country jumps. A bit distracted by all the other spectators and jumps. We'll see here, he has a bit of a green moment, spooking at a bigger jump. Thankfully, we were able to save it and kind of go on our way. The spooking was not a result of any of his jumps. Once he saw where he was going, he was super bold and was giving great jumps. Just the atmosphere was kind of a lot for him. But again, super bold, good instinct to the jumps. His gallop did need a little bit of work. I was kind of helping him a lot with his balance. He wanted to be a bit against the hand and long, but again, he had a bit of adrenaline going. First time really out cantering his course for the first time. Right through the water, you see I trotted it because he is still a bit green at the water and finds that a little bit spooky. But we're coming to the last few jumps and he does finish up his course good and bold and confident. Now we're to our second show where we moved up to Novice. I'm super proud of him in this dressage test. This venue has a railroad track right next to it, and in the middle of our warm-up a train came by and it was very rattling for him, but thankfully he was able to get his brain back in show mode and produce a good test. To me, I feel like the contact is a bit better. It's not so behind the vertical. He's starting to, use his neck and find the contact a bit better. This here is supposed to be our stretchy circle. He was still a bit tense from what had happened in the warm-up, so there's not much, but we'll keep working on that. Overall, just really proud of him for producing the test that he did. I think the canter gets a bit better. It's a little bit more uphill, a little bit more through, not as stabby as the first show. He's getting a bit more comfortable in the smaller ring now that he's been in it a couple times. But yeah, as we go through the test, we see that he's willing to move a bit more forward. His focus is so much better in this test. He's really listening to me more. Show jumping was great. Again, super bold to the fence. We had a double clear round here. He sometimes thinks he needs to be a bit more forward than he actually does. Just really hunting those fences and wants to go attack it. So sometimes I just got to give him a little extra half haul and say, no boy, don't need to use speed to get over these jumps. You've got plenty of scope. But great show jumping round. Cross country was amazing. His focus was so much better this time. None of his little green moments where he's spooking at the other jumps. He really started to understand that he just needed to focus on the jumps that I was pointing him at, and that was his job. His gallop was also much better this time. Wasn't having to help him with the balance nearly as much. He found it easier to just kind of gallop on forward. Super proud of him. This is us schooling the day before the horse show. We were actually able to school some of the training level stuff, which he took to great. Again, this horse has an amazing instinct for the cross-country jumps. a little bit of an angled line here with some terrain, which I think is great to introduce for the young horses, and starting to jump a little bit of stuff on the angle. But other than that, I'm super proud with his progress. Thank you.